Hey, what's up, PNW fans? Thanks for joining us here for another review in the PNW headquarters. Today we're going to do another review of a dry herb vaporizer for you. It's been a bit since we've done one of those. As you know, we've reviewed a lot of vaporizers, from Cloud Vapes to Source to... oh man, I can't even remember all the ones. You can check out that link right there. That's a link of all the different dry herb vaporizers that we have. So we wanted to show you this new one here. These guys reached out to us and wanted us to see what we thought of their new dry herb vaporizer. The company is Atman. This is their Starlight Vaporizer. Now they say it's both for dry herb and wax, but you know my opinions on that. If there isn't separate chambers between the herb chamber and the wax chamber, then all you do is make a fucking mess. And don't use it for both. This is a dry herb vaporizer first and foremost. Or I guess you can use it for wax, but it's not going to be as efficient. Let's open it up and talk about why. So when you open it up, when you look at the box here, let's go ahead and get close here. We'll show you some things. So here's the box, green box, shows the vaporizer. It's this weird plastic, almost looks like 80s graphics designer came up with this unit, and I'll show you when I open it. On the bottom of the box here, there is a QR code for the website, and then there's some warnings here. Those warnings say keep it dry, turn it off. When you're done, don't open the bottom drip, don't use the device when it's charging, don't touch the heating chamber, always keep it away from extreme sources of heat, and always use the adapter provided by this. Don't use a different plug-in. Okay, now they say that because this is a Chinese piece. It's using Chinese electronics and Chinese equipment. So if you overload this thing, you will break. Use their pieces. All right, so there's a couple of things. It says, please make sure when filling the dry herb or the wax into the stainless steel chamber, do not fill into the hole directly without chamber, because there is this little chamber here. It has to be inside the unit. If it's not, then you drop stuff into the unit. Yeah, okay, makes kind of sense. All right, so when you open it up here, this is what you get. You have a set of instructions and then the unit. Now, I'm sorry, I said it was plastic. I was incorrect on that. It looks like plastic. It is metal. There's a plastic acrylic top. And then there is a couple of things. This is a magnetic screen that covers your chamber here, that prevents anything, like if you're inhaling dry herb, it doesn't back anything into here, it doesn't let it come up into your mouth. And then there's another one of those buckets. They give you two of them, so you, like I said, one for dry herb, one for wax, okay? Now, I've done both, so I have tested this unit completely, and we're gonna talk about it. So when you turn it on, it takes, you click the power button 5 times within 2 seconds, and then it starts to heat up. To load it, you take off the clear mouthpiece and the magnetic filter. You load the chamber with either flour or wax. If you're using herb, the maximum load is 2/3 of the chamber. For wax, the maximum load is a quarter of the chamber. So before we go any further, because I'm not going to use this for herb on this review, I'm going to use it for, I'm not going to use it for wax, I'm going to use it for herb. Let's talk about the wax functionality. If you only do small dabs, this doesn't work. That's why you don't like it for dabbing. It's not for wax, in my opinion. If you use only a 0.1 or a 0.2, it vaporizes off so fast that you don't really feel like you get an efficient dab. You don't really get stoned. I wasn't a big fan of how it worked for wax. That being said, if you fill it a quarter of the way up and then fucking turn this unit on, that's like a gram dab, almost, maybe a half gram. And that shit will begin to vaporize, and you'll probably get a decent dab out of it. Are there more efficient ways of dabbing than this unit? Absolutely. I wouldn't do it. Herb. Can't stress that enough. If you're going to use this piece, which we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you are, herb, not wax. Okay, so now that I've kind of ranted on that a little bit, let's go ahead and talk about go back to this. So there's different temperature settings. You turn on the device, then click the button 3 times, and it will flash to a different temp setting. There are 4 different temp settings. You have 500 degrees, 410 degrees, 380 degrees, and 320 degrees Fahrenheit. if you have followed any of the research that I've shared, you know you're never going to be at the 500 degree mark. THC begins to vaporize at 390 degrees. By 410 degrees, you have not only vaporized off all of your THC, but all of your other terpenes as well, and you've lost a lot of the benefits of vaping. So try the 380. It's 410 at the highest, but 380 if you really are going to go a little, if you really want an efficient vaporizing. So after you set it, it will heat up and heat up and heat up, and then it stops blinking, the light turns green, and then it's ready to go, and it's going to stay there for 5 minutes. You just heat it, or just start inhaling, sucking on the tip and inhaling from that point. When you're done, you just press and hold the button for 3 seconds and it'll stop heating. If you want to turn off the device, then just click the button 5 times. If you press and hold it so it's stopping the heating, that's a cycle that won't let you actually turn the unit off when it's in that cooling cycle. So if you just want to turn it off, just click it 5 times. Don't do the press and hold thing. All right, to charge it, like I said, you just plug it into the unit. There are some more things underneath here. If you lift this up, you have a power cord, and then you have a cleaning brush, and you have a flower scoop. Now, if you've seen any of the other reviews that we've done on vaporizers, you know I don't like to use their scoops. They're small, they're awkward, my hands usually work better. Well, these guys give you a big-ass scoop. Let me get close for this one. So check this out. Says Atman, branded with their A right there. Nice, big, heavy, durable scoop. Listen. Nice, big, durable scoop. All right. So we've discussed everything that comes in the unit. We've discussed how to use the unit. Now it's just time to show you guys the unit. So I have some herb I ground up here in a dope grinder that I picked up from Carl over at Northwest Grinds. If you are looking for a nice grinder, that's definitely one to get. All right, so I'm putting the chamber that I used for herb in the unit, not the one I used for wax. And let's go ahead and load this up. Now, like I said, you take the scoop is just big enough to fit in there. And then like it said, for herb, you fill it up roughly 2/3 of the way. You do want to tamp it down just a little bit, but not too much, because you don't want to close your airflow off. All right, there we go. Pop the magnetic cover back over. Cap it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, turns the unit on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm on 380. So now press and hold. And now the unit's on and heating. When this light turns green, it's red right now. When it turns green, it is ready to go. I want to make sure that I read those instructions right on that. Yep, that's exactly it. Oh, there it goes. We got a green light. So now let's try to inhale. Nothing. I taste it, but barely. This unit has some flaws, and that's the first one. There's no power to this unit whatsoever. It says it's heating at 380 degrees. I didn't feel like I got any kind of hit. I'm going to go ahead and kick it up to 410. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's right. You got to turn off the unit. 1, 2, 3. Now it's up to 410. Press and hold again. Now it's red. And now it's green because I just went from 380 to 410, so that's no big thing. So now the chamber's warmer, and so here's the biggest problem with this fucking unit. I'm already feeling heat. This box right here, along this whole strip right at the top, is already getting hot. Still no hit. I almost have a popcorny flavor already, and I just started vaporizing this. Again, it's warming up quite a bit. Now my concern is that this is plastic sitting on top of metal that's getting very, very, very hot. Vaporizing is supposed to have a host of health benefits, but if you are heating plastic, are you off-gassing the plasticizers, and are you inhaling those with your hit? I mean, that's a massive concern, and I think that this thing's got a whole host of problems. See, I'm just not getting a hit. Here, I'm going to turn this off again. I'm going to go up to 510. Oh, I turned it off. Okay, now we're vaporizing at 500 degrees. We're literally only getting THC. All of the other cannabinoids are going to be vaporized off. If this thing actually heated up to 500 degrees evenly, it does not. But ooh, with 500, holy crap. See guys, now this is warm. I'm not even anywhere near the chamber. The chamber's here. I'm touching over here, and this whole top is getting warm. That's a massive health concern, guys. We're heating acrylic over metal, and I mean, I don't know what to think. This might be rated, but I don't know. It doesn't say. That's really hot, and I'm afraid that I'm going to burn myself just touching the unit at this point. For the first time, I've exhaled some vapor. I actually saw the vapor go into my mouth as I started to inhale on this piece here. But it's 500 degrees, guys. That's hot. It's very, very popcorny at this point. There's no pleasure in taking this hit. There's no pleasure in vaporizing this at this point. I can't tell if it's just from the heat. God, this unit is hot, guys. I gotta turn it off. I gotta turn this thing off. This unit is hot all the way down to the base now at this point. Like, this is cloth. I mean, if this got any hotter, I would be worried about putting it on the cloth. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna set it on the cardboard there. So that's the Atman Starlight Dry Flower Vaporizer, guys. As you see, I am not a huge fan of this thing, and I hope you realize why. As a dry herb vaporizer, we barely exhaled any vapor. I barely had any flavor on the lower temperatures. On the higher temperature, I had more flavor than I wanted. It tasted very popcorny and almost like burnt popcorn. That's not ideal for this type of unit. Plus, it's hot. Hot. Like, I'm worried that I have inhaled some plasticizers this time around, and I'm never going to use this unit again. So the Starlight Vaporizer does not earn the PNW Badge of Approval. As a matter of fact, it's not even going to get a 5 out of 10. This unit is crap. It's durable and heavy, and that's the only thing to be said for it on the exterior. I have no idea how long it's going to last on the inside. I haven't been willing to use this thing enough to give it a full stress test on the electronics because, well, it doesn't. I'm afraid to inhale on it now, so I don't want to use it. I could run it several times in a row and see if it breaks, but that would be the only thing. Without inhaling on it, it's not a true stress test, and I don't know really how well it works. It's not worth finding out. So thanks for joining us here in the PNW headquarters for another dry herb vaporizer. Like I said, this is the Atman Starlight Vaporizer. Does not earn the PNW Badge of Approval. If you want to see some other vaporizers that do, right there, that's the link for that. All right. Thanks for joining us here for another review. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right there. That's that red button, and that lets you stay up to date with all of the stuff that we're releasing here on YouTube. Head to PNWCR.com and take a look at the reviews there. And don't forget to check out our newest venture, A Stoner in PN Wonderland magazine. You can check that out by going to astonerandpnwonderland.com. Thanks for joining us, and we will catch you guys next time.